beware, beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment. Radical radio. Well, we'll start calling it racial radio because that's what these bums, both black and whites, these race-baiting bastards want to call it. So let's call it that because I don't give a damn. Do you understand? And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning. Good Monday morning to everybody. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Actually, we're still on the holidays, but I wanted to come in because my hemorrhoids started acting up. I got pissed over the weekend, as I normally do. And I want to tell all of you. Got some hate mail. Love hate mail. Friend of mine says, well, is that from your family? I said, no, it probably could have been. But see, people don't like people they don't kiss their ass. You know that? People, they all want everybody to kiss their asses, especially these politicians. I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm too old for that crap. Everybody wants to talk about racism. We don't talk about racism. We talk about racial problems. There's a difference. Mark Kern, in my opinion, is a racist. But you ignorant black bastards down in East St. Louis, and I got to say, you are ignorant and black and bastards for electing that son of a bitch. It wasn't that I was supporting Roger Cook. That's why I'm so mad. No, I'm so mad because you idiots down there cry about, ain't got nothing for the black community, ain't got nothing. Hell no, you ain't got nothing because you're Nicaraguans, sell out. Plantation Nicaraguans, the leaders down in East St. Louis, not the proud black people. Dorothy Joshua, I love her to death. She's been fighting the fight forever down there. Proud black lady. And Kevin Jackson, a great talk show host, conservative, black conservative on the air. He took issue with me when I said that it was the blacks' fault, the leaders down in East St. Louis and all throughout the black communities. It's their fault in 2016 that their people don't have anything. And he took exception. And he said, I got to give the whites some credit. You know, they're not. Because if the proud blacks would never sell out their proud black community, the white boys would never have control to do anything. The black boys down there, and I say boys with a Z, that's, I guess, disrespectful to the black community. I don't know. But the boys down in East St. Louis, they get elected by the proud black people. And then every election, they do the same crap over and over and over again. Now, you idiots down there, and I say my friends too, every time you go in a room, somebody smacks the hell out of you. Maybe you quit going in that room, I think. But hey, what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? But I'm just tired. I watch this Trump crap on TV. And people are a little pissed. But you know why? They're mad. The blacks are mad. Because Trump got elected. You know why Trump got elected? People know why Trump got elected. Because the white community came out and voted for Donald Trump. And that pisses off some of the white leaders and black leaders. See, the white Democrats, especially in St. Clair County, I can speak about them more so than nationwide Democrats. They don't give a damn about the black community. They don't give a damn about the white community. I can't say they're racist. They're just no good son of a bitches. You know, and why? Why does the white community, degraded by a lot of the blacks, why do they give so much back to the black community? I see at Christmas. Hey, now here's my premise one more time. You heard my intro, the disclaimer. It's going to be nasty, and it's getting nastier every day because I just had an epiphany last week. You know, I tried to help the black community. And I don't dislike the blacks. I got a lot of black friends. But I'll be a son of a bitch if I'm going to spend my money that I earned, and then you idiots let the white son of a bitches that you give positions to go by the wayside. Don't be begging me. Don't be begging out on the streets. Go up there and beg them bastards of Kearns, the big faggot Kern. Pissy pants Sprague. Beg them son of a bitches. You're the idiots that put him in office again, and now Kern now, he going to raise taxes again. I didn't hear that crap during the election, did you? Hell no, you didn't, and you won't. Just pisses me off. And I got to say again, if you don't like what I say, number one, you can kiss my white, hairy, wrinkled, old, red, white, and blue stinky ass because I don't give a damn. That's black and white. I don't give a damn. Why can't people think what they want? No, you can't think what you want. Somebody will get mad. I don't give a damn. When are you people going to wise up? And my friends included. You better worry about taking care of yourself because nobody else is going to do it. Well, I'm pissed. Oh, we got a caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hi. Happy belated Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same to you. What's going on? I'm Grinch, but go ahead, honey.
Okay. I would just like to say, Bob, that I have talked to too many people down in East St. Louis that have always pretty much played the party line. They stay right. But this year was different. It was an exception. I know that more people voted for you than probably was reflected in the final tally. I don't think it's so much the good black people of East St. Louis that elected these clowns down here in St. Clair County. I think it's the East St. Louis Election Commission that elected them, helped to elect them through the extra votes, who made that late-night phone call. How many votes are you short? Okay, we'll make it up. Come pick it up. And because that's how it works. I saw it all my life. I know how they are down there. I know how they are in that county building up there. I know how Mark Kern is. I know how Bob Sprague is. Bob Sprague was my dad's attorney back in the 1960s and the 70s. I know these clowns. Yep. They're liars. They're cheaters. They screwed you. They screwed the people of the county. They're going to keep screwing the people of the county. And you and the Freedom Coalition have done everything that you can, and you started, you planted the seeds and the little tiny sprouts starting to, but it's not a mature plant yet, Bob. It can't withstand the weight that's put on it by the pressure from the powers that be. I hope that this election, the results, as disappointing as they were, not because you honestly lost, but because they honestly cheated, does not dissuade you and the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition from continuing the fight. I think it's just going to be a snowball effect. It's a little snowball at the top of the hill. Give it time to roll down the bottom. We'll smash these bastards with it. And can I say one more thing?
Uh-huh.
You've got a devoted listener out there in O'Fallon, Illinois, a man of great integrity. I respect him. I've known him for forever. He's my dentist. Mark Metter, I want to give you a shout-out. You're a great human being. He and I talk politics every time I go in there, even with all the tools in my mouth. Well, and he loves you. He is a devoted fan. And it's people like him that have a sphere of influence because they contact so many people, they reach so many people, They talk to them daily. People like him that we need.
Well, thank you very much, Anna. You have a happy holiday. Here's the problem. We lost the election, but I tell you, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we're going strong. We're going strong. First of the year, we're kicking it off. We've also started the national group, NAME, the National Association for Majority Equality. Because we as a majority, I don't care if it's gay or straight, I don't care if it's black or white, I don't care if it's good guy or bad guy, whatever the majority situation may be, we want equal treatment. I would ask the NAACP, I would ask CORE, I would ask all the black groups. They ought to become part of the NAME organization. Unless they don't want equality for everyone. It's not a racist group. It's going to be a group, and I tell you, I've talked with enough white people, and I don't want to start a race riot. And we're going to talk about the race riot in 1917 because of black leaders. They gotta still talk about it. 100 years, they got to bring it up because they're still hurting. There ain't no son of a bitch hurting the poor blacks back in 1917 that got hung. And we'll talk about Mark Kern's grandpa that let one of them be hung. We'll talk about Mark Kern being the racist, or he was said to be a racist in the 2004 election. That's why they needed so much more money down there. Because the blacks down there, they don't give a damn if you're a racist, just give them money. And we'll talk about that. But the National Association for Majority Equality, we're going strong after the first of the year. They think they knocked us down. They think they knocked us out. They just slapped us a little bit. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is going strong, people. We've got more people. We heard them in the election 4 years ago, heard them in the election 2 years ago, heard them in the election this time, and it's going to get better in 2018. Mark my word. So don't think we're gone. We're not gone by any means. But you hear me talk. What I say over the air is what I'm thinking in my mind, what little mind I have. But if you lie to yourself, people, all of yous, black, white, men, women, Democrats, Republicans, if you lie to yourself and not true to yourself, no one, I mean no one, will ever get the truth from you if you can't be truthful to yourself, because you won't want to know what the truth is. You don't realize what the truth is until you talk about it. On my show, you're not hearing politically correct talk. You're hearing me thinking out loud. I can't help the way I think. My thoughts, my opinions come from my life's experience, as your thoughts and your opinions come from your life experience. Somebody can tell you, no, that's not the way it is. But you tell them, hey, you ignorant bastard, I've experienced it. I've witnessed it. You know, some good experience and some bad. But it is what it is. I tell you people, you don't want to hear the truth, a lot of you. You want to hear the politically correct version. The politically correct version has never been correct, if you know what I mean. But I asked before the lady called, when are all the black leaders going to start giving back to the black community? Instead of all, we ain't got nothing down there, honey, because of the white boys. That's bull crap. I hear that all the time. No, because your mama's a crack whore and your daddy ain't around. And that's for the white community too. More so the black, I have to say. Got to be honest. But all of the shortcomings, they want to blame it on the white boy. You ought to quit blaming it all on the white boy and get off your asses. And I'm not talking about the proud black community. I'm talking about the leaders, the black leaders. I, for one, is a proud white man. I resent that racist crap. Now, don't tell me if you're white, that's the only way you can be racist. That is bull crap. And even my proud black friends, they know that. They know that. And I'm going to stay on this subject because it just pisses me off. I see at Christmas time, everybody being helped, and I'm happy for them. It's primarily the black kids. Don't tell me there ain't no white poor kids out there. I was white and poor. Nobody give a damn back in the day. Nobody represented the whites. name is going to represent the whites when they're in a majority situation and need help. They'll represent the blacks. All we want is equal treatment. They want to talk that crap. They want to talk all that crap. Where's the black leaders? Everybody being helped. And I shouldn't say everybody. That's not right. You see all these Christmas giveaways. 90% are black. And I know the blacks need some help. The whites need some help. See, I'm tired of this crap. You get shoved to the back because you're poor and white? No, I'm tired of that. I think everybody should have what? Equality for everyone, regardless of race. That's the motto of the National Association for Majority Equality. Now, we're going to ask for membership after the first of the year. I just hope I don't hear any stupid white son of a bitches say, oh, it's racist. I'm afraid you better get off your ass because you're going to get pushed over the racist cliff before it's all over. And I'm not, again, and I hate to keep prefacing it, I'm not against the black community in any way, shape, or form. Got a lot of great black friends, but I want to stand up for me. I'm going to stand up for my people. The NAA stands up for their people. They get white people. They get Kern given money, have national recognition. Why shouldn't the whites get now? The whites get everything. No, the whites don't. The elitists do. The politicians do. There's a lot of poor white people out there that's being forgot about, and I'm tired of it. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, I just rode through the city where I was raised at. I was born in St. Louis.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait. Let me ask you one question. I got to ask it. If you listen, are you a proud black man?
I'm proud American.
Okay.
My folks fought in the Vietnam War and the Korean War and all of that. I'm a proud American.
Okay, well, I salute you for that, but go ahead with your story.
And what I see for what it's going to take, we got these career politicians that's been in politics all their life. And East St. Louis haven't prospered none. The only development has been on 25th and State Street. And all I'm saying is that I done saw so much trash everywhere. Okay,
hey, sir. Now, it's been black leadership for 45 years. You're going to blame the white, and I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but it sort of is. It's racial, not racist. You, as a proud American and also black, 45 years of black leadership in East St. Louis. Are you going to blame the white people for the destruction in East St. Louis for the last 45 years?
I'm not going to do that. At this point in time, we had enough. After Mayor Williams took over as the mayor of East St. Louis, and we started gaining control of all of the township as well as the school district. My thing is, after 20 years, and it's been 45 years, black folks, African Americans in East St. Louis, Washington Park, and Centerville look like a third world city. But I'm going to say this here, is that our political leaders are not asking for nothing in return for what East St. Louis have to offer. And on top of that, the only people that's surviving down here in East St. Louis is the politicians and they family.
And wait a minute now. And, sir, it's the black politicians. Am I right or wrong?
Correct. White politicians in East St. Louis, they may come here for some support. But for anything else, for living in East St. Louis, for being elected officials that resides in East St. Louis, it's all African American. And all I'm saying is that we need to stop asking for something just for ourselves, just for our family members. We need to ask for something for the people that live in our city, our neighbors, around the corner, next door, the next street. We don't have nothing, and I don't see not one politician is doing that unless they can get a vote.
Yeah, well, sir, thank you very much, and you're exactly right. He's exactly right. I know he's a proud American, and we all are. But sometimes you have to distinguish your race because we have racial problems. We've got patriotic problems, too. But that's for another day. But the gentleman's right. 45 years of leadership in East St. Louis. And I'm down there, they're blaming it on the whites. They're blaming it on Kern. They're blaming it on everybody. But they still elect Kern because the asswipes, and I want to tell you about this. This pissed me off before, and it pisses me off now. East St. Louis plans to commemorate anniversary of 1917 riots. What the hell is wrong? What the hell is wrong with the black community? And it says right here. It says right here, if I can read it. Mayor Amika Jackson, you stinker Hicks. What an idiot that skanky bitch is. She's going to talk about, we need to talk about our history. We cannot move forward if we haven't grounded ourselves in our history. And we cannot own our future without owning our past, said Amika Jackson Hicks, you stinker Amika. This is 100 years ago, people, both black and white. See, that's the crap. Hey, 100 years ago, there we go. It's a white boy. It's a white boy. Nothing going on because we got to have a celebration. They're going to spend money commemorating the riots and the death. Everybody remembers slavery. Everybody remembers the riots. But they're going to spend money. They don't have good schools down there. And that ain't the white boys' fault. They don't have good housing. Well, they do. With all of our tax dollars, black and white working people. They got nothing down there. But they're going to let all the young kids know that's what we need. There's a problem, but we're going to commemorate it, and we're going to bring it out because Amika Jackson Hicks and her old man, that no-good son of a bitch, you know the no-good son of a bitch I'm talking about, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, that piece of political crap, that sellout black plantation nigger Ragwan. They're going to have a big celebration, a great big celebration. After 100 years, if you haven't moved forward by now, the black community, you need to give it up. Mark the big faggot Kern, you know, his grandfather, he was a mayor of Belleville back in 1917 in that era. And I read it in a book, and I know it's true. We researched it. Let a black man hang in public square in Belleville. It said he was going to try to maybe stop the illegal lynching. But he, Mark the big faggot Kern's grandpa faggot, I guess, didn't want to upset the white crowd, so he did nothing to stop the lynching. But apparently, you political leaders in East St. Louis, you've forgotten that history. You forgot 2004, remember? 2004? It was in all the federal records on the wiretaps. Kern's a racist, running for county board chairman. We needs more money. We needs more money. Because the big faggot Kern was a racist and the proud black community needed more money? They got the money and they elected the big faggot. The racist, they called him. The racist, they called Mark the big faggot Kern. But that's okay. We don't care about him being a racist. We just care about the money. Now, you've heard me in the past, the last couple of weeks, and I'm tired. It ain't the N-word. The word's nigger. The word's hunky. And I don't see a C word. I had a gentleman yesterday at Fisher's Restaurant talk about it. He says, yeah. He says, the Polacks, the Spicks, the Wops. He's the one who brought it up. And I said, well, what about the blacks? Yeah, in the blacks. I said, no. I'm not going to sit there and let you disrespect every other race and not disrespect the black race. And it is disrespectful. I say Wop. It's disrespectful to the Italian community. I say Spick. It's disrespectful to the Hispanic community. I say nigger. It's disrespectful to the black community. But those are words that can be said in this great country. I don't want to call anybody that. But those are words. That's all they are, words. The blacks use it all the time. You don't want me to play Nicki Minaj again, do you? And I may. I think Ku Klux Klan's going to be on in a little bit. But here's Amika Jackson Hicks. They're talking about the commemoration will include the groundbreaking of a statue, educational events, plays, exhibitions, creative expression contest, band and choir concerts, reception, and special reflection presentations, whatever the crap that is. The significance of it is therapy. Joseph A. Brown, co-chairman and professor of the Chair Department of African Studies at Southern Illinois University. What the hell are you talking about? Let's waste money, time, and effort to further divide the races. That's what we need. Oh, hell yeah, that's what we need. And I'll bet big faggot Kern, the county board chairman, I'll bet you he's one of the honored guests, because he's probably going to donate some of his mommy and daddy's hard-earned money he's never earned, to the cause. I just wondered, I'm thinking out loud, if I pay somebody and I say, hey, can I, a proud black man, can I call you a nigger if I give you money? And if he says yes, then he's not a proud black man. And that's what Kern in essence doing. He's calling you niggers and giving you money, and you're liking it, and you don't give a damn. You can't sell out to some people and then not be a sellout to everyone else. I'm just tired, people. I'm tired of this two-way street. But a big commemorative thing going on. Talks about the race riot of 1917 that sparked the civil rights movement. Amika Jackson Hicks, what a skank, said the commission would not shy away from the tragic facts. What are you talking about, Hicks? Everybody knows it, but we're going to commemorate it? We're going to commemorate all the carnage in 1917. We can remember it. We can teach it in the schools, but it's going to be a weak celebration? All the money spent? Why don't you spend it on the schools, you idiot bitch? You skank. Why don't you spend it on proper housing? Why don't you spend it on putting food on the tables of the poor blacks down in East St. Louis? No, it's always a celebration. Always a celebration. She says here, she also admitted that the struggles now majority black city has not come as far from 1970s as its leaders hoped. You're damn straight. Because the last 45 years, you son of a bitch have sold the proud black community out. Kind of want to shift it over to the white boys, I guess. It does show that our people can take the most horrific things and build upon it, Jackson Hicks says. The people of East St. Louis are strong and enduring. We always have been. What are you talking about? You've had black leadership for 45 years. If you can't fix something, straighten something out in 45 years, something ain't right. But it always goes back, and they talk about it in East St. Louis. I hear them. I hear them all the time. It's the white guys. It's the white guys. It ain't the white guys. It's the black Nicaraguans. It's the sellout blacks. It's not the proud blacks. And I'm tired of that crap. I'm tired of hearing it. And I think you good people are too. What else we got here? We're going to take a break here momentarily. We come back, I'm going to talk about human rights under President Trump. Boy, the blacks just ain't going to give Trump a chance, are they? That's the symbolic of a white man. The epitome of a white man, a hardworking man who busted his ass, made some money. Obama didn't get this crap 8 years ago. If Obama would have got that crap, that'd have been the biggest racial bull crap in the world. Oh, just because he's black. And a man ain't black, he's biracial. He's biracial. But apparently he's ashamed to be half white. He's not a first black president, my ass. He's a first half black, half white president. Never heard that. Did that ever once come out of Obama's mouth? I'm the first biracial president. He lied the whole time. He's not the first black president. He's the first biracial president. But now the black community, they're talking about Trump. They're talking about Trump. It says here, the Southern Poverty Law Center recorded over 100,000 hate-motivated crimes in the month since Trump was elected. Well, hell, that ain't Trump's fault. Look at the ignorant black bastard that burnt down the black church to vote for Trump. He wanted everybody to think it was a white guy. Because Trump gets elected? Well, I tell you what. The restaurants over there in Ferguson, they were racist restaurants. They had to be, didn't they? Because when the riot started over there, the blacks burned it down. It must have been, well, but it owned by black people. they were patronized by black people. Something wasn't right. They had to steal everything and burn it down because it's the policeman's fault out there. And I don't want to go into that crap in Ferguson again, but only in America. No white person stood behind Darren Wilson, and I'm ashamed to be white because of that. You think about it. Was vetted by the president, half black, vetted by that idiot Holder, the attorney general at the time, vetted by the grand jury, vetted by the state police, the local police. White boy did nothing wrong. Should have got a medal for killing that Michael Brown. He was a criminal. He gets run out of town. Wouldn't happen to a black policeman. All the blacks would have got up in arms. It'd have been a hero. They'd have had another 1917 celebration. But it just pisses me off. And the proud black community understands where I'm coming from. Freedom-loving people in the United States must be ready to confront the inhumane policies and vile rhetoric of the new president. Now, this is a black gal, Jemele Rogers. Got her hair all up, looking good. We must be ready to disrupt the flow of business that will assuredly lead to the rich getting richer and the rest of us getting the proverbial foot on our necks. Another excuse. The white boy, we can't get no money because the white boy's out there working. And I don't mean that for the proud black community. Proud blacks know that. You're ashamed. You're ashamed of these low-life black son of a bitches, just like I'm ashamed of the low-life white son of a bitches who don't do any work. But you can't keep blaming it on the white boy all the time, I don't think. I mean, you can. It's all about the white boy. Trump's going to do this. Trump ain't done a damn thing. Trump won't be the president till January the 20th. And I sit there yesterday, and it just pissed me off. So I figure I got to talk about it because I'm talking about what I think. And again, if you don't like it, don't listen. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be white. I'm proud to be white, but very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I see in Chicago. Dozens shot in Chicago over the weekend. At least 27 people were shot, 7 fatally. All too common hazards in the city of Chicago. The rise in violence is fueled part by gangs, whose disagreement range from neighborhood turf to disputes over girlfriends. And I got to just about believe that it's primarily black. What's the black community doing about that? Let a white guy kill one person. Just pisses me off. Before we get to anything else, hey, the bread company downtown. Hey, Maximus Vaginas, the big pussy, Mark Eckert. You good people in Belleville, you better decide if you want him another 4 years like Kern. Eckert's done nothing for the time he's been in office, and he lied again. Lied about the Hoff Brew House. Now, there's a lot of people interested in the bread company downtown. We're negotiating like they're negotiating at the Hoff Brew House. Well, there's a for lease sign. What happened, Eckert? All the damn people lined up to take over the old bread company location downtown on Main Street. There's a for rent sign. These are no good son of a bitches. Remember that bastard come April, people. And go by. I've had so many people call me. They always believe me, but they want to check, and I tell them to check. Check what I say. You'll find out I'm always right. You see the barricade, city of Belleville, right next to the cooler, the outside cooler, the illegal cooler that the state says can't be there. But the asswipe politicians, the aldermen, the asswipe aldermen in Belleville, they give the mayor special dispensation. Let's give him special dispensation in April, the mayor's election. Let's dispensate that son of a bitch out of office, people, because you know what you're going to get. You know exactly what you're going to get. I was watching last night on TV. There was a black general. Somebody called, give me his name. He was a black Confederate general, and they've got a monument for him in, I believe, Louisville, Kentucky, or Lexington, Kentucky, someplace in Kentucky. He was a Confederate general. There was no rebel flags. And that pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off because I'm not a racist. I know the Ku Klux Klan. I got papers here. A&E cancels Ku Klux Klan documentary series following criticism. What the hell? What do you mean following criticism? A&E has pulled the plug on the upcoming docuseries centered on the Ku Klux Klan. I wonder why. It says here, the network announced their plans to scrap the project, which was intended to serve as a close look at the anti-hate extractors focused on helping people leave the Ku Klux Klan. But the blacks got pissed. No, you can't have that. No, we can have the Black Panthers all over the place, all over the news, on television. But we can't have nothing about the Ku Klux Klan. The hell we can't. I don't believe in the Ku Klux Klan. I think they're a bunch of idiots. But I'll be damned, they've got every right to express their beliefs as long as they don't violate the law. But see, that's a black-white thing. And I always say, give me 5 blacks instead of 500 whites, because the blacks will fight. It says through the network, there was a considerable outcry for giving the Ku Klux Klan an outlet on TV. You give Malcolm X, you give the new Black Panther Revolutionary Party, you give them time, but you don't give the Ku Klux Klan. The latest play for Prestige documentary shows the backlash came swiftly. There was considerable outcry. Can you believe that, people? Can you believe that? And no Confederate flags. They got Black Lives Matter all over the damn place. And to me, that's the most racist crap in the world. That's the black version of the Ku Klux Klan. The Confederate flag? Can't fly the Confederate flag. You can't find a Confederate flag anywhere. Took it all out of the stores. Because why? Because the majority, the blacks, said, we don't want it. Whatever happened to majority rules in this great country? But I saw this and I could not believe it. They yanked this series because, let's see, this gentleman spoke to the THR, whoever the THR is, about the project, which he promised would be an ugly but important look at the organization. But it was going to get uglier, they said. What the hell are they talking about? Oh, I guess there's going to be violence. It's okay if you have violence against something you don't like. Only in America. Only in America. They're not going to have the Ku Klux Klan. But what I was alluding to earlier, there's a black general in the Confederate Army. And the curator of the museum there, he was asked, I guess he was not very well respected, this black man. And you know what the black curator said? No, he's going to take up for the black. I don't blame him. That's what I like about the black community. No, he did a lot of good. He did a lot of good before. So we're not holding that against him now. Let a white man do one thing wrong and damn, they want to kill him. They want to hang him. They want to call him a racist forever. And I only say that, people, because I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be real. You got Michelle Obama. She's sitting there with that fat ass Oprah Winfrey. And I'm not saying she's a fat ass because she's black. She's a fat ass because she's a fat ass. They sit down and talk. And did you hear the first lady? I can't say lady, but the wife of the biracial president. The first lady who followed her own path more than predicted. She sat there and said, the country is really, really going to be in bad shape under the administration of Donald Trump. Don't know what the hell's going to happen. Is put our country back all these years. Trump hasn't even took office yet. Talk about taking the country back or putting the country back. What about the 8 years of her husband? Done nothing for the black community, done nothing for the white community, done nothing for America. But they're going to sit there and talk. But that's okay. We can't talk about them because they're black. The hell I can't talk about any damn body I want to talk about. And you good people, both black and white, you better understand. They're going to divide and conquer the good people against the bad people, and that's fine because there are a lot more of us good people. But we have to stand tall together, black and white, for what's right. Sometime in the black community, you guys screw up. Sometime in the white community, we screw up. But it ain't all about the whites are always wrong or the blacks are always wrong. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Let's get real, people. Let's get real before it's too late. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I read in the paper this jerk off, no count, good for nothing, Corey Wood, 47, 200 block of Valley Street in Kaysville. Let this dog get so sick. Scooby-Doo was the dog's name. Had to be euthanized. Hey, Corey L. Wood of Kaysville, I hope you rot and die in hell, you son of a bitch. And I don't mean political. How can people do that? How can people do that? And anybody interested in adopting a dog, please. There's a lot of them out there this winter. You can call 618-235-3712. Or you can visit Belleville Area Humane Society. And what I'll do, anybody want to get a dog that can afford to take care of it, please call me. The first 10, whatever adoption fees there are, I will be more than happy to take care of them for the less fortunate people that want an animal for their son, our daughter, our family, and can't afford it. But let's try to get some of these dogs out of these shelters because there's a lot of beautiful dogs, unlike people who are no good son of a bitches most of the time. Hey, I want to say hello. Hello to some good people I met yesterday. John Miowski and his family. I want to say hi to John and Frank Kamarmi, my good friend I went to school with, and Robbie Robinson. And also I want to congratulate Dennis and Anna Marie Foltz. They're the owners of Cahokia Motors. They just Anna Marie just gave birth to their first child the middle part of last week, and I want to congratulate them and thank them very much for their friendship. We're not going to have time to do our little bit of community housekeeping. Hey, well, we can. America's Red Cross Blood Drive, Millstock Consolidated School District, January the 5th. Yeah, no, we can't do all. We'll do that crap tomorrow. Listen, people, We got to understand, life's too short to fight each other. We got to come together. Don't let these politicians separate us. East St. Louis, you better wise up. You put a jerk-off, ass-white bastard in, Mark the big faggot Kern for another 4 years. Don't be crying to me. But let's unite together at some point in time, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. So let's continue. I say continue to expose and to unite. Together we can unite and expose these political parasitical punks that we call politicians. Destroy them before they destroy us. Politically, of course, right here on the dark side.